as he enters deep into the pool. Here he goes. Now Fedor's a little tall, so sometimes he likes to cheat. To push off. But as you can see, it's like a doggy paddle. Now Fedor doesn't like us to call it that. He prefers that we call it a tiger paddle. And as he reaches the far side of the pool, how about a big hand for Fedor? I don't think Fedor was all that impressed with the size of that applause, so he's going to turn around, swim back across the pool. When he gets to the other side, he wants to hear everybody out there a little bit louder this time. Now, as you can see, tigers are excellent swimmers. Like all cats, they have slightly wet paws, big powerful muscles that help propel them through the water. Now, many of you may see Fedor in the water. That's a big hand. Like I was saying, many of you may see Fedor in the water and think that all cats hate water for a couple of reasons. One of those reasons is habitat loss. Tigers coming from Asia come from the continent with the highest human population on the planet. With that population expected to double in the next 30 years, there's soon going to be no place left for tigers in the wild. But a more pressing issue for tigers is that of poaching, also known as illegal hunting. Now, tigers are poached for a couple of reasons, most obvious of which is for their coat. Many people recessive gene has been passed down from his parents. Now, both parents must carry this recessive gene in order to pass it on and have it exhibited in their offspring. It's very similar to being blonde-haired and blue-eyed humans. In fact, Odin's dad was actually an orange tiger, but he carried this recessive trait, this unique white coloration. Now we've got both our tigers out here. We're going to start running our cats through a series of natural behaviors. And as a reward for doing these behaviors, the tigers are going to receive a couple of different types of treats. The first treat we have for them is some 2% low-fat milk. Now tigers think of milk much like you might think of ice cream. The first behavior we have for you is called a fighting posture. This is how tigers will resolve any disputes they may get into, especially out in the wild. The tiger's going to rise up onto their hind legs, use those powerful front forepaws much like a boxer, trying to knock their opponent off balance, and thus gaining an advantage. All right, now we're going to get the tigers reset for their next behavior. What I need you in the audience to do is use your imagination and imagine those trainers are trees. The tiger's going to do what we call a tree rise. They're going to pretend those trainers are trees. The tiger's going to rise up into that tree, use those sharp front claws to strip the bark off that tree, leave deep gouges in the wood. This is one way that tigers use to mark their territory. Now, of course, there's another way that all cats use to mark their territory, and that's by urinating on things. Just one more time. Well, imagine those trainers are trees. You folks want to see that? Oh, that's gross. We're going to do that to them. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our next behavior. We're going to bring Fedor on up to the fence and show you just how big these cats really are. We're going to do what's called a fence rise. And as Fedor gets up on the fence here, you're going to see that he stands between 8 to 8.5 feet tall. And when Odin gets done marking the territory of the fence over there, he might also decide to climb up on the fence. If Odin decides to cooperate instead of checking out with the other shorter trainers here. Now, as the cats are up on the fence, you may notice some claws sticking through. And that's a reminder that we do not declaw nor defang any of our tigers here at Discovery Kingdom. So in order to work safely around these big cats, the trainers must either hand raise the tigers from the time they're just a few weeks old, or spend many years being introduced to the tigers by the trainers that did raise them. Something to keep in mind, these tigers are not tamed or domesticated, they're just well-trained wild animals. Now, unfortunately, many people think tigers would make good pets. They have to find out the hard way that tigers never make good pets. But Fedor does love the water like all tigers do, so we're going to see if we can't get him to venture towards the deep end of the pool and show you probably their most remarkable behaviors they do here, and that's how tigers dive. Now, tigers do dive in the wild. What they're going to do is after he sees that piece of meat run to, he's going to fold his ears back, protect his ear canal from water getting in there, open his eyes underwater, and he finds that piece of meat come up to the surface. How about a big hand for Fedor? Like I said, tigers do dive in the wild, especially going after prey. But we did not actually train Fedor how to do this behavior. We trained one tiger about 9 years ago, and his name was Kuma, how to dive. Now, Odin over there was raised on the island with Kuma and learned how to dive by watching Kuma dive. And now Fedor's been raised on the island with Odin and has learned this behavior in the same way, through watching Odin dive and through mimicry. Now, we've seen our tigers hold their breath between 30 to 40 seconds. They can probably hold their breath longer than that, but nobody's volunteered to hold their head underwater to find out. Well, while our trainers are interacting with our tigers out here, I'm going to answer a couple common questions we get here at Odin's Tiger Island. And the first common question we get is this enough space for the tigers? The answer is yes. Tigers, like all cats, are the laziest of all animals. Sleeping about 16 to 18 hours a day. Now, the only time they run in the wild is when they're chasing after prey, and that's only in short bursts, not long distances. So as long as we balance their food intake and their activity level, we'll have nice, fit, and healthy tigers. By being able to work hands-on with our tigers, we can also provide a level of stimulation unlike any zoo or animal park. All our tigers are actually leash trained. Anytime the park is closed to the public, we can leash up any of our 9 tigers and take them on walks around the park. Now, if you check out some of the trees around the area, you may notice some deep gouges in the bark, and that's where some of our tigers have been on their walks and decided to mark that tree as part of their territory. Now, another common question we get is what can I do to help an endangered species like the tiger? And the most important thing you can do is get involved with any of the various organizations that are helping to solve problems faced by endangered species. One such local organization, based right out of Marin County, is called the Fund for the Tiger. This organization sponsors sting operations in the wild, helping to catch poachers in the act, and thus striking at the heart of the problem. Now, a residual benefit of this is other endangered species like elephants and rhinos are also receiving a benefit. But by donating time and money to any reputable organization, you'll be helping to ensure the survival of all endangered species, just like the tiger. Well, we're going to continue to interact with our cats out here on the island. Hopefully get a couple more jumps out of Kisa, maybe a dive or 2 more out of Fedor. So now's a great time. If you have a camera and want to take some pictures, come on down to the railing. This is one of the few places in the world where you can see diving tigers, and it's quite remarkable. Just remember to stay on your side of the railing. It is there for a reason. Our trainers will come down to the fence, answer any additional questions you may have. But before we go, how about one more big hand for all our tigers out here?